What are you guys doing?
I have a YouTube show. I have a YouTube channel.
Okay.
It's all right. It's fun.
It is fun. As a matter of fact, I was walking through the park. I used to live in New York City.
Oh, where are you from originally?
Originally from the Bronx,
Oh, right on.
like 100 years ago. And when I used to come down here in the 80s, 70s, it was a whole different story.
Oh, yeah.
Now what you have is a new wave of kids, you know, NYU. It's exciting, but it's also sad.
You kind of harken back to the.
Everybody
It's
does.
nostalgia, you
Yeah,
know, but
there
it
is-
doesn't mean it was better.
No,
It just
no.
means that.
As a matter of fact, whenever you hear an older person say that their time was better, you tell them to take their meds.
Are you following the 2020 election? Are you
I'm aware.
you're aware?
I will say this.
Okay.
As much as I did not vote for that gentleman, no, the president, I do respect him.
Sure.
I did not vote for him. I did not vote for the other person because she reminded me of Pinocchio when I was a kid. The other person. So who I voted for was Cam Newton. Now Cam Newton, if you're not familiar with, he's the quarterback for the Carolina Panthers. I wrote him in.
I was going to say I don't believe he was on the ballot.
No, I wrote him in, and my reasoning was of all of the candidates, he was the most grounded. As a matter of fact, if you saw his game on Sunday, that's where he was, on the ground. Yeah, it's really sad now that people cannot discuss issues without being so vitriolic, calling each other names,
Sure.
calling people out of there, and not necessarily agreeing with another person, but at least understanding some sort of relevance to their comments or their disagreement. We're not there anymore.
No, unfortunately we're not. It's very divisive right now, and that's not good for politics. It should be.
Well, you know what? I'm going to go beyond politics. It's not only not good for politics. It's not good for the very
It's affecting
fiber.
culture.
Yeah, it's
right
not
now,
good for the very
which
fiber. of
I've never
America.
seen. I've
No.
never seen politics affect culture as much as it has in the last couple of years.
In a negative way.
In a negative way,
I'm gonna ask you a
absolutely.
question, even though you have the mic.
Sure.
If you were, say, in a second grade and you used certain kind of language at home, wouldn't your mother introduce you to Dove soap or all the other cleaners to put in your mouth?
Probably, sure.
Well, yeah. Well, today, it seems to be common with politicians. I mean, calling each other names, and especially the individual that's now in the White House. And all of them have done it. But this gentleman has taken it to a new peripheral scope.
I don't know if he's taken it above and beyond,
No,
but I think that a lot of people are reacting to it
Yes.
and blowing it out of proportion.
And I think what's happened also is because he tweets so much.
Sure.
I don't really consider that a professional medium to be using if you are the commander-in-chief. Do I think that he's gotten a bad rap for a lot of things? Of course, every president does. And I think
Good for you.
Yeah, every president does. I personally do not think Mr. Trump, here we go, I don't particularly think he's racist. I think he just says things because he's a media man. You get attention. So you say this and you say that, you get people to pay attention to you, and then you have some sort of forum. But do I think he's racist? No, I don't. And I know it sounds strange. Would I go to his birthday party? No.
I'd meet any president, honestly.
Yes, I would. And I say that out of respect. My wife and I happen to be Christians, so we pray for him every day. And we really make sure that we try not to say anything negative, because that's not going to help him. And
It's definitely not helping anything else. You
No.
either.
no, if the president fails, it's amazing how people clap when if he's doing something wrong. Really?
Well, that's my question right now. My question is, and I think I know your answer. My question is this: if you had to choose between an extra 4 years of Trump and a recession, because they say that a bad economy can sink
Yes.
a presidential election. However, statistically, he's probably going to get a second term because
probably
that's what
so.
happens.
Yeah.
But if a recession basically guaranteed that he wouldn't be in office, like, would you choose between one or the other?
If I voted for a recession just so that he could not be in office, in my opinion, I'm speaking for me, I'm not really very patriotic. I say that for this reason. No president has ever affected my job, the job I have. No president. I've always had a job. Why would I wish negative on my fellow Americans just to say, to keep him out of office, I'm going to vote against him for somebody else. So if I had to choose between recession and him, I would choose him, simply because other people are suffering. Not because I like him. You know what? He's only got 4 more years.
There you go.
So,
there you go.
You know, it's just like the pigeon that flew by.
But there's a lot of people that see who's running against him and are like, well, nobody else is strong against him. Like an Elizabeth Warren is going to go on a debate stage against him and kick his butt. Like, probably not.
You know what? But let's just say she does.
Sure.
Let's just say she does. Today, the average American is really not interested in deep dialogue, unless you happen to be a college student. They're not. They get up in the morning, they read the paper, you know, what's the job market say, how's the traffic, who killed who, that's it. And I don't think that, even though you and I might say, oh yeah, Warren, she really did a great job debating. Debating no more is no longer about issues, it's about optics. How, not what a person said, but how they said it.
I feel like these debates are all about the one-liners
Sure,
and the viral moments.
Yeah, they are. That's what they are. And
it's not about, and it's hard to do that anyway when you have a stage with 9 other candidates. It's hard to do.
It is, and you're looking at their faces, and some of them are so eager to get that one line, they look like they're going to have an asthma attack.
Yeah,
you know.
It's kind of like with Kamala Harris when she was just waiting. She was waiting for that right moment.
Yes. But I also believe, and it's personal, and I was actually it was hurtful to hear you talk about the reputations of 2 United States senators who built their reputations and career on the segregation of race in this country.
And now she's kind of played the race card, and it's done.
She got her hour of fame or whatever it was, and now she
didn't help her because it was not like it wasn't a very genuine moment.
No, it was not.
And everybody saw through that.
It's interesting you said that, because you know, you can say the right things for the wrong reason.
At the time, most people were like, wow, she won. She really got him, but a lot of people kind of came to their senses and said, like, yeah, this is totally dishonest. So.
Yeah, and that's the whole point. You know, I think, I pray that the day will come when I walk down the street and I'm as concerned about you as I am about myself. Period. Regardless of race, creed, I could care less for that. As far as humanity, as far as people talking, because the only way you're going to be able to establish any kind of civil conversation is to get to know that man. Not necessarily his telephone number, his email, but to get to know something about that individual.
You're way too reasonable for like this country.
I haven't taken my meds yet. So. Yes, do I have certain platforms that I strongly support? Yes, I do.
But you can't have it all. Right. Regardless of which candidate you like or you vote for, nobody's the perfect candidate. Nobody's going to align with every single one of your wish list values.
No,
you know.
Not. So my focus and my job is, whoever is the president, it's my job to do the best I can do. First of all, with praying for him, and not doing anything to demean his office, because I've been teaching for 35 years. And so what we're seeing is children they disrespect authority, because as adults, we disrespect authority. I mean, if a police officer says stop, you stop.
Yeah, right.
No, man, I ain't stopping. You know, power to the people. Nelson Mandela, free Nelson. He's already dead. Oh, okay. You know, he stopped. He stopped. Yes, sir. I need to see your ID. Okay. If he says something out of turn, he's got a badge number, but you wait.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. You can't just, this whole thing with people throwing water on the
that's
cops,
absolutely ridiculous.
I'm just like, what is happening?
Yeah, they should be arrested. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I don't care what.
Disrespectful.
It's very disrespectful. And It kind of makes me angry.
Well, there was a big group, but there was a pastor and there were like a whole bunch of people. They went in front of the police station up there and they're like, we are disavowing all of this.
We love the police department and love us, and the 2-8, we're trying to work together as a team. Yes. And when someone do wrong, we got to speak on it. We can't bite our tongue, because if the police department do something wrong, we're going to speak on that too.
And look, if a police officer does something wrong,
inappropriate,
then yeah,
there are
absolutely,
avenues to go
100%.
And that's
100%.
every profession. That's not just a police officer,
Sure.
teacher, fireman.
But they're here to protect us, and the
Yes,
big
they are.
that's such a
Yeah.
huge problem.
Remove them from the street for just 5 minutes, and you can take anarchy and capitalize every letter. Your mic would be gone, your watch, your shirt, everything. If I say to you, Black Lives Matter, what am I really saying? What about your life? All lives matter. As a Christian, Jesus died for every last one of us. Not because we did anything right, but because he loved us so much, he gave his life. So that means everybody's life matters. Everybody's.
Thank you
Now
very
I'll go home and
much.
take my meds.